Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name is Mongega Ngobo, and I'm so happy to have you all here today as part of this very exciting webinar titled Get to Know Your CBO, which will also be our hashtag for today, Get to Know Your CBOs, as we explore the important role of the community based organizations we work closely with. We aim to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of their importance as well as their impact in KZN, main focus being the Durban Inc. area short of Inanda, Tuzoma, and Kwamashu, and also Umlazi area. These CBOs play a very vital role in the two biggest townships in Durban in addressing social issues, providing support, and ensuring that they bring about positivity in their areas, in which this webinar will unpack how they collaborate, operate as individuals, as well as with government departments and other key stakeholders to promote social cohesion to the marginalized. By familiarizing ourselves with our community champions, our CBOs, we can gain a deeper understanding of their mission, values, and the services they offer. I want to express my utmost gratitude to all of you for joining us today. Together, let us embark on this journey to learn, unlearn, and relearn on the amazing that you all do within your respective communities, improving lives and fostering a stronger society that we live in. Our theme for the month is substance abuse. Thank you all for joining us. Let us all start with introducing ourselves, saying who we are, who we work with, and the name of our organizations. Let us not forget our pronouns, location, approaches, targets, population, if we work with the youth, adults, or if we just work with everyone overall. Linda Wuhle, I'd like to start with you.
I'd like to send my humble greetings to everyone who's watching. Well, my name is Lindoguhle Vilagazi from an organization called Women Leadership Social Empowerment. We are based in at Umlazi, Section AA in KZN. We are a community-based organization um, with the aim of reducing the vulnerability that is faced by young people, women, and people living with disabilities through the provision of our programs. Also, we are at the forefront of combating gender based violence in our communities. Um, we also, in the front line, stand for development and growth. We advocate and protect the rights of women and young girls. Our main target group is women, young people, and people living with disabilities, um, 18 to 35 years of age. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Linda Wuhle. I will go to Lungile. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, hi everyone. Thank you, Monega. I am Lungile Jafta, the project coordinator at Light of Nation Youth Project, which is a youth development organization that is based on its own LAS AW. What we do is as an organization is we serve as a forefront stand for EGBV as well, and also a skills development organization more focused on the unemployable skills. We are targeting young people who are from the ages of 18 to 35, especially those who are out of school. We assist them with job employment skills. Thank you.
Thank you, Lungile. We also have Advocate Nelly Swanota. Can you please tell us more about what you guys do and where are you based?
Hello, everyone. My name is Advocate Nelly Swanota. I work for an organization called Isibani Law and Therapy Center. Our offices are in an area called Gwaqolo in the south coast of KwaZulu Natal. We just started working in Umlazi after receiving the GPF funding from Soul City. We work with everyone. We do gender based related issues. We have a legal department and also a psychosocial department. We assist the survivors with opening their cases, following up on their cases, lodging formal complaints to state institutions, and also we offer legal advice. And then our psychosocial department assists the clients with therapy, counseling, mediation, and also referring the cases to relevant state institutions. Thank you.
Also, thank you so much, Advocate. We also have Uzweli Mabaso representing Abu Baba. Zweli, over to you.
Sanibonani, igama nguzweli ngwamabaso engirepresente i-Touch Future lana. So i-Touch Future is a youth-led organization based la eThekwini District, eThekwini District West, Savannah Park, Clarota, Santi. So ama-programs ethu adila ne-youth. So wonke ama-program but are not limited to e-youth kuphela. So i-organization Touch Future was established in 2016 and Touch Future saw a gap in my community and is form to mitigate those gaps. Um, so ama-services ethu siwarenda la eThekwini District and our mission yethu is to promote access to education, healthcare facilities and to the need of our society. Yeah, that's all.
Oh,
Ngiyabonga.
thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. So, guys, I just want to ask you, Uguti, according to you, what is the relation between the two that you guys keep on mentioning, gender-based violence as well as is substance abuse, which is thoroughly our theme for the month of July. So, what do you think is the relation between the two? And is there anything that you guys are doing? Ngiyanizwa nimenshina kakhulu i-gender-based violence, but is there anything that you guys are doing, any type of work that you guys are doing in order to also get a word out there about substance abuse? If you do, yini eniyenzayo, can you please elaborate and give us just a picture of what it is that you guys do in relation to both these pandemics that we are faced with as a country? Linda Woodley, I'll start with you.
All right, thank you, Sis Bongega. The relation between gender-based violence and drug abuse. Okay, according to my understanding, substance abuse, sorry, is the excessive use of drugs or alcohol um, in a way that is detrimental to one person, the society, or it can either be both. And then I believe there are factors behind that, and it could be physical or sexual abuse, ile esitila ngayo kakhulu, which can lead to gender-based violence. It could be stress. It could be early exposure to drugs. So as organization, as I've mentioned, ekuqaleni ukuthi, our target group is young people, women, and people living with disabilities. As we are a skills development organization, we offer programs to the community because we want to empower, we want to develop our young people in the community and to keep themselves busy. Because in most cases, men have more power ebantwini besifazane, and which can lead ukuthi ekugcineni bagcine bahlukumezeka because they are relying on them. So with our programs, we know ukuthi we are empowering women we are empowering young people so that bakwazi ukusukumela, like bakwazi like ukuzenzela anything they are longing for empilweni. So with that, we are empowering them ukuthi bangabi in the hands of men, which could lead to gender-based violence. And with that, we are empowering abantu abasha ukuthi kube khona into ababa-busy ngayo ey'mpilweni zabo, instead of being in the location bagcine sebazithola sebabhema idakamizwa and all. So umsebenzi esiwenzayo in the community. Thank you.
Okay, so if you are saying that you guys are a skills based organization, what type of skills do you provide or do you capacitate abantu besifazane with, so that nomuntu obukele ekhaya azi ukuthi if I need help or if I want to get out of this abusive relationship, if I want to capacitate myself, if I want to be empowered, where do I go to? Ibaphi abantu abadila with that, and which door do I knock in? So if bethi beza ku-women leadership, social empowerment, Emlazi, I want to come to you guys. What are the skills do you empower them with? Imaphi ezinye izinto enizenzayo? And menithi you are a skills-based organization. What do you mean? So that umuntu olalele or obukele ezokwazi ukuthola more in depth ukuthi what do you guys actually do?
All right. Thank you. Well, I'm a programs way to that we have e-Keisha training, we have a call center, we even have a job placement whereby we assist young people, like our target markets, we assist them into placing them into employment. And then we have AMA entrepreneurs and business programs whereby we are capacitating them with skills on how to go about starting their own businesses, of which I believe that one yaba empower kakhulu ukuthi bathole, the information on how to go about ukuthi bayiqalele owabo ama-businesses. And then with the other courses, abo-Keisha training, abo-call center, they are accredited. So which means they are able ukuthi bathole ama-certificates whereby they can be able to go out and bayozitholela umsebenzi. So those are our programs esiba-empower ngabo ukuthi they can be able to make a name for themselves and to stand on their own.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Lindokuhle.
you.
As you all know, as uLindokuhle have said, uyasho ukuthi in Umlazi ka-AA they provide you with skills like being a cashier, bag trainer. They train you for call center jobs. They also have e job placement, and also they will train you for entrepreneurship. So thank you so much for the wonderful job that you guys do. I will go on to Uzweli and just find out ukuthi Nina, what do you guys do in your line of work in relation to gender-based violence as well as substance abuse? You are muted. Yes.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Bongela. Tina, as the organization, we do advocacy. We do advocates for each gender for GBV sensitize our community regarding gender-based violence. Then you see when support group, focus group focusing on GBV victims. Ithatha future yona inama-services amaningi, like sibuye senze nama-dialogues where ama-dialogues wenzayo we try to find.
Well, I'm not sure if it's me or Uzeli. You having network issues? No, Siagos, you can go ahead.
Can go ahead. Okay, see, since ama dialogues, we do ama dialogues. Like we find we say try to identify issues ukuthi why kube nale ibhebhethikise i-G_B_V. Then if masithola lawo ma-issues then we try to make ama-interventions lawa azokwazi ukuthi a-reduce noma akheve kancane i-G_B_V. Then siba nawo ama-support group enzeka quarterly for ama-gender based victims, and then sibuye sisize like abantu ukuthi with career guidance ukuthi like we saw like in our peers ukuthi majority of them when they finish matric they don't go to tertiary, so sabona sathi no, okay fine, let's mitigate lana, then sibe nama-career guidance, sibe nama-career expos, so abantu bezokwazi ukuthi ba-choose ama-subjects, lawo ma-subjects azobafaka kula ma-careers lawa abawafunayo. Then sibasiza
Uh,
ukuthi siba-register for with ama-CEO applications. Then after that kuba khona, then mase beqedile basizwa abanye futhi abaphuma from ama-colleges, abasekona ama-colleges bebe nama-after school classes la abazokwazi ukuthi banyuse ama-grade abo ukuze bekwazi ukungena kuma-tertiary level. Then amanye
thank
sike saba sibe na-outreach-ke, where ama-outreach la esenza khona ama-edutainment, sibe nama-awareness lapho esenza i-edutainment, la esenza ama-awareness, sensitize i-community about HIV know your status, U is equal to you na PrEP, and all those things like consent for rape, wonke ama-rights akhona. And sibe nenye futhi like we have an annual program la siba khona ne-tournament laphaya, lawo ma-tournament kube nama-edutainment la si-invite khona different stakeholders like TB, HIV care, Oram, where we do ama-referral on site lapho, and then kuba easy because i-youth ayithandi into ene-health phakathi, so we try ngayo yonke indlela ukuthi sizame into ukuthi sikwazi ukubathola ukuthi benze i-health.
Thank you so much. It is so nice to see Abantu besilisa advocating for gender-based violence survivors, and also doing support groups and building the career gaps that Abantu Abasha might have in their areas. Thank you so much to Touch of Future for the amazing work that you guys do, and also for Abantu who have missed a train ukuthi mhlambe they couldn't get into tertiary institutions on time and they want to pursue careers and you don't even know what careers you want or what other career choices might be out there that you don't know of. Itachi Future is your go-to place for such people. Thank you so much, Zweli, for highlighting all of that. I will now go to Ulungile. Um, I think your line is better now.
Yeah, I'm okay. This I can hear you very well.
Okay. So you're just now telling me about the relation between gender-based violence and substance abuse, and the work that you guys have done in relation to both of the themes for today, gender-based violence as well as curbing a substance abuse in your area. Okay.
All right, thank you once again. Thank you. Firstly, I would explain the link between substance abuse and gender-based violence. I would say substance abuse is one of the drivers of gender-based violence. So what we do as an organization is we raise awareness on any social ills that could be taking place in our communities, of which they are not only limited to substance abuse or gender-based violence, but it is dependent on what may be taking place in a society. such as there's a time whereby bekudume indaba ye-bullying in schools. Those were one of the things we're raising awareness on. So what we also do is we do AMA referrals. Our referral services are not only still limited to gender-based violence, of which we do referrals to SASA offices, which are based in Mawiling, for AMA referrals, whoever ordinary psychosocial assessment, including counseling. And we also refer people who are under influence of former drugs like substance abuse. We refer them a road to recovery drug rehab center, which is also based in Lazwa, and that is what we do as an organization.
Thank you so much for the amazing work that you guys do. Well, I didn't even know about Road to Recovery Center. Can you please just maybe elaborate on what it is and what it is that they do? So that umuntu omusha maybe who struggles with substance abuse ekhaya obukele, or umzali who has a child who struggles with substance abuse at home would know where to go.
I-road recovery idila nabantu under substance abuse. What they do is that they do treatment. So whenever we have someone who's a center at and usually who's in most cases who's ama-parent kuba yiwo azokhulumela abantwana babo ukuthi sinomntwana othize under influence and everything. So what we do.
Okay, we just lost Ulungile there. In the meantime, while we wait for Ulungile to reconnect, we'll go to our advocate, Nili Sonota.
Um, into esike sayibona thina as a Sibani Law and Therapy Center is that most of our cases e-GBV kuyaye kwenzeka ukuthi our clients, the survivors, aseyigqila zey'dakamizwa. Into edala ukuthi babe yigqila zey'dakamizwa i-most yabo, because sinama-social worker. Before i-case ifinyela ku-legal, iyaye iqale, senza sure ukuthi iqala kuma-social worker ethu, ukuze sibalekele i-secondary trauma, ukuthi umuntu aqale alulekwe kahle before i-case ize kuthina. So into esiyaye siyithole ukuthi umuntu emakheyisini amaningi ukuthi i-gender based violence, ukuhlukumezeka kwakhe kumenza ukuthi agcine ebalekela kuy'dakamizwa. Sisebenzisana nenye i-shelter lapha kwaXolo, njengoba sengisho ukuthi ama-office ethu akhona, ekuthiwa iSiyamthanda shelter, office elilodwa nje. Into esike siyibone ama-social worker, into ayayisho ama-client asuke ese-shelter, i-most yawo ukuthola ukuthi angene nama-sleeping pills. Omunye useyawa overdose lama-sleeping pills ngesimanga sokuthi ubalekela i-reality yokuthi no, ngempela uhlukumezekile, lo buhlungu obuzwile. Ngesinye isikhathi uthola ukuthi umuntu usephuza kakhulu, because akuyaye kuba ama-drugs all the time. Abanye bayitshela ukuthi substance abuse kumele kuze kube i-drug, kanti notshwala siyab-abuse-a ngesikhathi esiphuza kakhulu nako. It forms part of i-substance abuse. Uthole somunye usephuza kakhulu, ubuye afuna ukubaleka e-shelter, ahambe aye edrobheni, ahambe aye kuphi, ngoba noma aye ethaveni ethile la eduzane, ngoba udinga le fix le yotshwala. So i-link sayibona lapho ukuthi most yama-survivors e-GBV uyaye uthole ukuthi athule isikhathi eside, noma kuthe makwenzeka bayisola, and then bakhetha ukuthi baqale isidakamizwa esithile. Okunye futhi uthola ukuthi because senza ama-legal GBV awareness trainings, uma sifike ey'koleni senza lawo ma-trainings, uprincipal noma uthisha othile umuzwa sethi ngicela ningayishiyi indaba ye-substance abuse. Sagcine sesibona lapho ukuthi hawu, oshuthi kunelinki la, ngoba futhi ngisho sekuthiwa sesiqedile sesizobizwa kuleso sikole sesibizelwe ukuthi kuney'ngane ey'bhema ibhenzini, kuney'ngane ey'phuza incika. Uma sekulandelelwa ama-social worker elandelela ukuze ezokwazi ukuthi arifeye i-case ka-D_S_G noma Child Welfare, sekuyatholakala ukuthi ingane ekhaya ayiphumi ekhayeni elinesimo esi-right, ayiphumi la khona um ekwazi khona ukuthi idile ney'nkinga zayo, bese kagcina umuntu-ke isigqila sawo sawo ama-drugs lawo noma noma yini leyo asuke efuna ukubalekela iqiniso ngayo kuyona. So thina-ke into esaye siyenze kuma-cases e-substance abuse ikona ukuthi si-raise-e nje i-awareness njengoba sengishilo trainings nama-awareness ethu, whether esey'koleni noma semphakathini, ukuthi abantu bazi ukuthi uma benenkinga kubalulekile ukuthi bakhulume, ngoba enye into eyasibulala kakhulu ukufela ngaphakathi, especially abantu besilisa. Bayahlukumezeka bafele ngaphakathi, umuntu aphume emsebenzini ahambe ayophuza ngoba ubalekela ukuya ekhaya. So abantu besilisa abesifazane asichemi, siyasho nje umuntu uma ehlukumezekile, i-G_B_V leyo, umuntu must enze sure ukuthi uyakhuluma ukuze ezokwazi ukuthi alithole usizo. And futhi njengoba sengishilo sino-psychosocial department, ama-social workers ethu ayabasiza abantu with i-therapy. Cause ngifunde kuwona ama-social worker engisebenza nawo ukuthi kunomehluko phakathi kwe-counselling ne-therapy. I-counselling sube kuyinto nje yesikhashana, and then i-therapy umuntu sebe kufanele kube ukuthi into ya-long term, niyalandelela. So laba sube sebefikile ekuthenini no, angiyithandi lento eyenzekayo, angithandi ukuba isigqila isigcila sama-drugs, uyaye-ke acele usizo and then bangene lawo ma-programs lawo nama-social workers ethu. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you so much, Advocate. You just mentioned something very, very interesting. Ukuthi sometimes people escape their reality with overdosing sleeping pills, which is something so small and something we might take for granted. Kanti vele it's something ezoba ne long-term effects enkulu. So honestly, you might think, oh, I'm just drinking sleeping pills because I'm struggling to sleep. And abanye abantu are really taking them as a drug. And also, ingliga is something that is popularly used by learners mostly at schools, which is just for someone who's watching at home to get a clear understanding. Ukuthi mesikhuluma ngencika sikhuluma ngani. It's a mixture of cold drink and cough syrup, popularly as known in the outside world as Ilin. They call it Ilin, and so the direct translation for it is Inrika. You mentioned Uti, you also provide services such as psychosocial support. So for someone who's listening who wants to come to Isibani for psychosocial support or for any other law related issues, do you guys perhaps do it on a pro bono in a pro bono services, or is it something that they pay for? And elaborate on that for someone who's watching and Oti, I would like to utilize AMA services advocates in the near future. What is the process?
Yebo, ama-services ethu wonke awumahhala, umuntu akakhokhi lutho. And futhi uma ikhona indlela yokuthi thina sikwazi ukuthi sifinyelele kuwena singakwazi ama-means ekhona, siyaye sizame ngayo yonke indlela ukuthi sifike kuyena uklayenti uma sesithintile, noma sithole indlela yokuthi kukwazi ukuthi kuxhumaneke. Umuntu ayaye angakhokhi lutho. Indlela yokusithola, sinayo i-Facebook page, so umuntu osidingayo angakwazi ukuthi ayobheka iSibani Law and Therapy Center, asisendele i-message sikwazi ukuthi sibuyele kuyena. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you so much, Advocate. So basically, what they are saying, Uguti, they are able to come to you and buy Caesar on a pro bono, which means you do not pay anything. Thank you so much all for the amazing work that you guys do. So I did my research, guys, and according to a research, substance abuse is one of the contributing factors to the high prevalence of gender-based violence and femicide, which has been declared as the second pandemic in the country by our president. And I think Nazi, we've seen cases that are there in the country as a whole. We cannot be saying are based only in KZN. Um, they are in the country, they are affecting the country. And research indicates that between 25% and 55%, which could be and could be, like, I think the numbers are slightly low, guys. If they say 50% of men who commit acts of domestic violence also suffer from substance abuse. But I'm not saying the numbers are incorrect. Don't get me wrong. Um, I'd say it's between 25 to 50% of men who commit acts of domestic violence also suffer from substance use disorder, popularly known as EUSD. It also indicates that women tend to abuse drugs, who tend to abuse drugs and alcohol are more likely to be victims of domestic violence kakhulu. So what is, in your opinion, what will be the best approach to address gender-based violence as well as substance abuse? It can be in your area or in the country as a whole. What would be the best approach to address the two pandemics that we are talking about today, which are gender-based violence as well as substance abuse? Ngizocela uqale ngizwe isayidi labantu besilisa. Zweli, you can go first. Zweli, you are muted. Okay, okay, I'm not sure if Uzweli is having network issues. Ngizocela ukubuyela kuwena Lungile. What do you think would be the best approach to address these two pandemics that we have?
All right, ngiyabonga sisibonga again. Like I've said before, ukuthi substance abuse is one of the reasons for GBV. Hence, mass address we should look at both sides. So, in terms of substance abuse, I think we have to raise more awareness on it. We just have to shout it all over the world. Ukuthi this is a pandemic that exists, and abantu abaphila nayo badinga i-solution, badinga usizo nabo, just like ama-survivors or ama-victims of GBV. Because if we can focus on ukulwisana ne-substance abuse, indirectly ama-statistics we-GBV azokwehla. Because like I said, one of the services we do are referrals, such that is the masi follow up and social workers. We find that most of the people are affected under EGBV. You'll find that the perpetrator was under influence. Hence, I'm saying if we can raise awareness from substance abuse, automatically it might as well decrease the rate of GBV. As for EGBV side, we've been raising awareness, we've been doing everything. I think amongst everything, amongst other things, mental health is more important. The more referrals, if they can go for about therapy, about counseling, also that could help. And then not only must we end there, we must also do something among survivors. These people, and like ngizothini, badinga usizo ngokwabo, something ezobenza bazimele, like usislindo has mentioned ukuthi
Mm.
they have ama-skills program. If we can refer them also to such programs azobenza ukuthi bakwazi ukuzimela ngokwabo, bangasizakala futhi.
Okay. You mentioning therapy and psychosocial support. I know that you guys are doing your bit there. And also you just mentioned something very, very important. Ukuthi kubalulekile ukuthi abantu siba-capacitate with ama-skills and certain skills, like Ulindo Kuhle said earlier on. And I know Uti, you guys also have a program for Ababash, and you did not mention that. And I really want that to go out there because it could help someone. So can you please just give us a brief of, oh my God, network. Okay. No, while we wait for Ulungile to get back, I think Zweli, you can go ahead.
Oh, all right. Thank you again. So, just to start, before we show about GPV and the sustainable, so currently has like a GPV in depth. GPV, now let's start with the first word, the G, gender. What is gender?
Yes.
If uma ungaqala lapho understand lokho the G gender is not just male and female but i-identity yomuntu ukuthi yena ufila like ukuthi uyini noma uyi-identify izini. You can't just sithi a male or a female when we masichaza i-gender. So i-GBVF, i-GBV then lesiqale sizenjalo. Then when it comes to i-substance abuse singasho ukuthi people are going through a lot, not just health issues, but going through a lot. So imagine that and then you soon have issues with regarding health and then ngayo leyo pain is abuser there illicit drugs lawo wathola around the streets. So
Mm,
it's not about the government themselves naye ngiyakwazi ukuyenza leyo nto eyi-one iyadinga ukuthi abe khona CBOs, communities, like before kwakushiwo kwakuthiwa it take a village to raise a child. I think those things must come to place now ukuthi kuzanywe ngayo yonke indlela ukuthi kwenzeke ukuthi wonke umuntu abe involved. Let's participate ukuthi sikheve lento lena because it destroy iy'ngane. And nokunye ukuthi bazame ukuthi like njengoba benisho ukuthi bathole ama-skills because bayayizama imisebenzi but abanawo ama-skills ukuthi babe employable. So if they have ama-skills at least bangalwa nento ne-issue eyi-one like health issues and then bakwazi ukuyi-afforda because kunzima nabanye ukuthi badle amaphilisi without i-meal, a proper meal. They end up
mm,
be-defaulter like kuma-medications and now yabo ziningi izinto ezama-issues in my life but it's not just one issue. So fanele masiyibukela at a wide wide. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zweli. As you mentioned, there are so many contributing factors, and this conversation right here is just like addressing a tip of the iceberg, which is so much bigger than what we can even think of. So we are just trying to ukuthi nathi sibone ukuthi are the ways that we can try izinto that we can do in our communities noma singeke sifinyelele bona bonke abantu, but we also have ama-CBOs all around the country and some of them are watching. So in as much as nathi sizama, I'm sure there is someone out there who's also trying, so we shouldn't lose hope. um, One day is one day where we will say we are gender based violence free as a country, we are unemployment free as a country, as well as substance abuse free as a country. It all ayikho into eqala isinkulu vele. We all start small somewhere. So I'm gonna come back to Ulungile. You were mentioning something about the skills development in the Indian eye is skills development in your CPO in Umlas. Can you please just give us a gist of that?
Oh, okay. I was saying, thank you again. I was saying one of the things that we do as an organization, we take our survivors to come through to our center whereby we train them under a program called work readiness sessions. That is whereby we are working with the Department of Labor to do the services. One of the ladies from the Department of Labor comes through to our center and she trains people on how to do a CV and fill a Z83 form, especially for job applications under the Department of Labor. And then we capture everyone who attends those programs, whoever who comes to such a program, we capture them on labor system and we take their CVs as well and we try to assist them with job applications so that we can also try to by unemployment as well. so that njengoba ubhuti Zweli sekashilo ukuthi if they can afford, it will be very much better.
Oh, that's great. So, Mawuti, nibenzisa work readiness program, and also you have Department of Labor on board. Are they paying for the course? What is the duration of the course, and what do you look for if nibenzisa that work readiness program?
Okay, e-work readiness session, it's a day. You just come in for a day and it's for free for everyone. And it's not only limited to only survivors of GPV or other victims of substance abuse or anyone. Everyone is just welcome to be part of it. So you just come to the center. You just say you just state what you want to attend such a program. As much as when you come in, we'll tell you of all of our services. Then you'll tell which one are you interested in, and then we just come through. You do the program. You capture you in the system. We'll tell you we are helping you with job applications. Should you happen that you uthola umsebenzi or rather you receive a call or email, you come back to us so that we can capture you in the system. Ukuthi umuntu ozile samsiza now uyasebenza. But it is free even on Facebook. It's always posted on our social media platforms. We are still Light of Nation Youth Project.
Okay, thank you so much. So, if you are listening and you are interested in attending the work readiness program, we are trying by all means necessary. It's all hands on deck to curb unemployment, also to fight social ills that we have in our country, in our regions, in our communities. It's a 1 day course where they teach you how to write your CVs, and then they put you on the database for the Department of Labor. They don't do it themselves, but they have a representative from the department who comes to them um, to help them help you to curb unemployment in the community. Thank you so much for the amazing work that you guys do. I will go to advocate. So we are still on the question, Uguti. In your opinion, what would be the best approach to address gender-based violence in relation to substance abuse, be it in your area or in South Africa as a whole? Or maybe you can just give us a gist of what it is that you guys do in relation to both.
Okay. Um, into esike sayibona thina engasiza kwisibalo lesi esikhulu kangaka se-gender based violence and femicide ulwazi. Lento ekuthiwa i-knowledge is power. Baningi abantu abenza izinto uthole ukuthi akazi umphumela noma ama-consequences ama-actions akhe.
Mm,
So loko bese bekushilo ozakwethu ama-advocacy programs abalulekile. Kumele siku-instill-e ebantwini ukuthi amalungelo akhe aqalaphi agcinaphi. Ilungelo lakho liyafana nelomunye umuntu, so akufanele uy'tshele ukuthi wena kumele uthintwe kodwa omunye umuntu uyakwazi ukumthinta isinoma kanjani.
mm,
Um, abantu abadala kufanele bazi ukuthi kwenzakalani, i-G_B_V iqalaphi igcinephi, i-substance abuse idalwa yini. Uma bekubona kufanele bashone ngakuphi, ngoba bakwazi futhi nanokuthi abantu bakwazi ukuthi bayiriphothele ama-case. Uma kuthi akaphathekile kahle akwazi ukuqhubeka yena aziriphothele. Uma abantu benolwazi sikwazi ukuthi silisabalalise, abantu bazi ukuthi yini i-G_B_V, yini i-substance abuse, inganqandwa kanjani. Okunye esike sakubona, into edala ukuthi sithi ulwazi libalulekile kakhulu. Ngike ngabona kuyaye kuthiwe ini ulu ligotshwa lisemanzi. Iy'ngane zesikole uma siy'tshela lezi zinto lezi, baqala ngokuhleka ekuqaleni. Uma sesifika ko-sexual assault, ko-rape ukuthi yini, ubone ukuthi umuntu uyajika ebusweni, lento wake wayibona omunye wayo noma yake yenzeka kuyena. Abahlekayo baqale babe bancane manje. Kubonakala ukuthi usuthinta a touchy subject. So uma futhi sesiphuma khona esikoleni, isikole nesikole ziningi iy'ngane ezisilandelayo, zifike zisho shuthi nami ngake ngadlwengulwa ngoba nami kwake kwenzeka yabo. So manje
mm.
kubalulekile ukuthi ulwazi singaluncisha abantu. Abantu kufanele bazi ukuthi yini i-G_B_V, yini i-substance abuse, ukuze ama-case ezokwazi ukuthi anciphe ngokuthi ariphothwe, abantu bawa-report-e. Okunye futhi siyaye sithande ukubazisa abantu ukuthi le nto ibiyenzeka ekuqaleni ukuthi amaphoyisa asadelela abantu, akusajwayelekanga. Sekhuziwe kakhulu ngokuthi abantu umuntu uma ezovula i-case angalokhuzi, anganakwa. Kanti futhi
Mm.
uma kuwukuthi kwenzekile loko, zikhona iy'ndlela akugcini yena lo ongafunanga ukukusiza. Khona abangaphezu kwakhe ongakwazi ukuthi uyo-report-a kubona ukuze usizo uzogcina ulutholile. Okunye okokugcina engingakusho ukuthi, especially kwintsha nabantu abangakashadi, enye yezinto ey'dala ukuthi i-gender based violence and femicide no-substance abuse babe bangaka, umshado ohlanganisayo. Abantu kufanele bawazi umehluko, umuntu angene azi, ngoba kunama-case la khona kuthiwa umuntu ubulewe ngesimanga sokuthi angisakuthandi mina, sengithanda omunye, kodwa manje angifuni ukushera i-pension fund yami nawe ngoba
Mm.
sashada umshado ohlanganisayo. So leyo nto leyo abantu uma kuthi lolo lwazi lonke bazolazi, izinto ey'ningi ey'ngagcina y'vala lezi y'khala zokuthi inamba yabantu abahlukumezwayo ibe nkulu kangaka. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you so much, advocate. So you just mentioned ukuthi abantu, you take them through ukuthi how to report a case. I want to know ukuthi, do you then hold their hand, maybe sebethi-ke, okay, I have managed to open the case, but now I don't know how to go about ama-steps alandelayo, or I'm being dismissed, angazi i-case yami bangitshela ukuthi kulahleke i-docket, like it's something that happens to
Mm.
most people, where like vedane kuthiwe nje uvuke sekuthiwe i-docket asitholi, we do not have the case number asitholi, and then what do you guys then do in such a case? Do you still hold their hand, or do you then maybe transfer them to somewhere else, or kwenzakalani? Can you please just
Um,
enlighten?
into eyayenzeka especially kwindaba yamacala, uthole ukuthi awusazi ukuthi kwenzakalani nge-case yakho. Um, i-case asithi soyivulile. Okulandela lapho, uma kuwukuthi umuntu useduze kwethu, siyaye
Mm.
sibasize, sithathe i-statement sakhe, sibhale incwadi, and then siyidlulisele ku-station commander. If station commander engasizi, siyaye sedlulisela e-province. Ngabe ngiqambela amanga-ke i-provincial office yala e-KZN ka-SAPS iyawalandelela amacala masiripotile. Akukaze
Mm.
sibe nenkinga, ngabe ngiyaphosisa. So uma sebesiriphothile kulaba abangaphezulu base-province, ibona-ke abayaye balilandelele-ke i-case, sibanikeze ama-details, usisi noma ubhuti abuye sesitshela ukuthi hhayi, ngibe right. Kanti futhi njengoba sathola le funding yaka-G_B_V ne-Soul City, sesikwazile ukuthi le information siyiphase out kuma-salons, ey'koleni, ukuthi bazi abantu, ngisho sekuthiwa asikho thina, ukuthi if i-case yakho ka-SAPS, ka-NPA, ka-Department of Health, ka-D_S_D ithuli, awuyiboni ukuthi kwenzakalani ngayo, iy'tephu ekumele uy'thathe yiziphi, ukuze bengeke bajombe baye le, baqale nje kahle, bakwazi ukuthi nabo bayiriphothele, ngisho sekuthiwa-ke abasakwazanga ukuthi basithole thina. Yebo, ngiyabonga.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Advocate Neliswa. So you are saying, Guti, you guys escalate the matters if Guti there is something ending kahle, which is something very great, because we've seen how people lose hope when those things happen. You just think, Guti, okay, it was just pointless for me to even in the first place open the case, and you just think would say yes, in let me just leave it. And that how most people get second victimization, because now you have been victimized, and then at home you are being victimized, and then you open the case, and then you are victimized by the state again, and then again you just think who says in let me just let it go, and then with you letting it go, you're not helping out anything, you are just already, you are in the mud. So for you to come out awusakwazi, because now a perpetrator would think ukuthi hayi uhlulekile vele endleleni, let me just continue where are left off, yabo. So if you are saying ukuthi once you escalate the matters, or ukuthi you are helping people escalate the matters, and once that is done, you always get the help that you need. And I hope ukuthi nani you are keeping ama records win, because one day we want to see is a case study about the work that you guys have done. But that's a story for another day. I will now go on to women leadership and social empowerment. Linda Buhle.
Uh, Thank you once again, Sis Bongega. I think we need to raise more awareness to substance abuse as we are doing with gender-based violence. I think we need to join hands as AMA CBOs in KZN to put it out there. Ukuthi substance abuse it's real as much as we are doing gender-based violence. As much as we are having AMA awareness campaigns on gender-based violence, as much as we are having AMA dialogues, I think we should be putting the same efforts even now with substance
Mm,
abuse, because a lot is really happening and there's always a pushing factor. So I believe Uguti, we need to be a safe space for people around the community. Like, because there's this saying, kakhulu iba ebantwini besilisa ukuthi indoda ayikhali, of which that's saying like it's killing our society like in a very big way, because I think we need to put it out there ukuthi it is safe to talk with whatever that you are going through. Like, we are there for the community, we are there for women, we are there for men as well. With whatever that is bothering them, like they should talk about it, because one thing for sure, kuningi okwenzakalayo, and then sikhipha inside, and mase kukuningi sekuhlangene, then it leads to a point ukuthi umuntu azithole sekangena kuma-drugs, drinking alcohol, in a way ukuthi they want to escape reality. And it can
mm,
also lead ukuthi umuntu azithole sekahlukumeza omunye, because it is not only women who are victims of gender-based violence, even men as well. So I think we need to put it out there, to raise more awareness, like abantu bazi ukuthi we are there for them as ama-organization, ukuthi whenever they need our help with regards to gender-based violence or substance abuse, like we are there, we are their safe space. So I think futhi okunye kuzosiza ukuthi siba-refere, as much as ngibona ukuthi mhlampe umqondo omuhle ukuthi sibe nama-social workers within our organization, ukuthi whenever people feel like ukuthi kuningi badinga ukuthi bathulule, they know ukuthi we have a social worker in place that we can talk about, because there's a lot going on. That's why I'm saying ukuthi maningi ama-pushing factors that can lead to gender-based violence or substance abuse. So we just need to put it out there as organizations. We are there for them, like whatever they need help with, like we are always there. So awareness is the key to this. Thank you.
yes. Thank you so much. Yes. Substance abuse is real. Gender-based violence is real. And the saying we would see men don't cry, guys, because I always feel like the anger that they have, it stems from them bottling things up. They're just so angry. And you really touched on something. If you're saying we really must do out with the saying that says amen don't, because we get people being victimized because of that. We people are just saying, no, I'm a strong person. There's nothing wrong with being a weak person who cries, who vents out, who who talks about what bothers them, also having a support from social workers. It'll be very nice when we work and get to that point where each and every community based organization would have a social workers, but I know with some of us do not, we are not there yet. So that's why it's so important to work with government institutions that offer those services free of charge, because we don't want people ukuthi bengayitholi at all the services because they do not have money, or we do not provide those services. So it's very important what we do referrals, and we do not take matters into our own hands, because we might find ourselves victimizing them okwesibili or okwesithathu for the second or for the third time. So we must try by all means not to take matters with our own hands if we feel it's beyond us. Thank you so much, guys, for the amazing work that you've done, that you've that you've done, and that you are doing, and that you continue to do in the society. So, for with the last question being, what have been your successes and challenges? So, what works and what hasn't worked within your organization in trying to curb gender-based violence as well as substance abuse? Because we know not everything will work. You got to where you are because you might have failed along the way. Yeah, but you might have seen good to know. For you to get into doing entertainment, there were mhlampe something that you've tried along the way, and you saw good to know this is not working. This is not doing the impact that I wanted to do. So, what has been the learning curve for you to get to where you are today? Before we get to the comments. I will start with Advocate Meliswa.
Thina ngingasho ukuthi into esisizile zesibani ukusebenzisana nama-tribal councils, njengoba sengishilo ukuthi si-based endaweni yasemakhaya kahle kahle, masiqala si-expand. Ukusebenzisana nekomkhulu lakwaXolo kusenze savula nathi amehlo, sakwazi ukuthi sibone cause mina njengomuntu okhulele eMlazi, kodwa uma ngifika ngale ngafike ngafunda indlela yabo yokwenza ukuze ngizokwazi ukuthi ngiride i-audience yami, ngazi ukuthi la into ethile sengiyibeka kanje, into ethize ngiyibeka kanje. Ukushuthi ngingasho nje ngithi ukusebenzisana nabo ikomkhulu, nanokuthi wakwazi ukuthi asi-introduce-e kwabanye futhi ama-tribal authorities, nawo futhi esikwaziyo manje ukuthi sisebenzisane nawo ukuze silwe le mpi le i-gender based violence, ngoba into okwakukhalwa ngayo kakhulu ukuthi ama-cases emakhaya wa-report-wa. So,
Mm,
umehluko manje usukhona ngoba mase sibafundisile, ikakhulukazi iy'nduna laba abaphathi bomphakathi, kuba lula ukuthi bazi ukuthi uma ifika i-case asiyixoxi sodwa as umndeni manje. Seyiyaphoqa nje ukuthi i-case ekanje ifuna amaphoyisa, i-case ekanje ifuna u-social worker, i-case ekanje. So, ukukhuluma nabo siqale sikhombise ukuthi siya-understand-a, sibasize ngama-bylaws abahambisane ne-constitution, laba bakwaXolo. Kusizile nje ukuthi sibone ukuthi hhayi, bese sibona ukuthi hhayi, manje umehluko usuyabonakala, ama-case ayariphothwa, abantu abasasabi. So, ya ukufundisa kahle kahle into esizile, ukulalela bese nathi siyabafundisa ukuthi hhayi, ukanje, silalelane nje sazwane kwaba-right.
okay, so in short, Nelusa is saying that what has helped them the most is them having conversations, with mostly working with the tribal council, since they work within rural areas, and also helping them with their bylaws, uh, to relook their bylaws and to get them to be in line with the constitution of the country. So I think you touched on a very important thing, Nelisha, because we've seen how the bylaws are and how the constitution is, and most of the time that's where they clash. That's where everything clashes, because in the rural areas, the tribal council will say, "No, this is how we work." And for them to actually listen to you as a woman is so progressive. I don't wanna miss that, because most of the travel cancels, they just don't want to work with women. They just don't want to hear anything coming from a woman. And for them to actually give you an ear and to say no, we are willing to adjust our bylaws to go hand in hand with the constitution, is very, very progressive, and I really applaud you for that. You have done an amazing job. We hope to see you grow within your spectrum of work, and we really hope to see you grow in most of the tribal areas in the KZN region. And we hope we will see abantu who are listening, they will also do the same in their respective communities. I will now go to Ulungile. Can you please just outline the successes and the challenges that you have faced and what haven't worked?
Thank you again. I would say into sisifundile kakhulu ukuthi when you start to do i-follow-up with ama-social workers, ifuna i-impact of ama-activities or ama-programs wethu. It's been amazing. It's been a very good journey. The progress is siyayibona. But I think as an organization, what we'll be doing going forward, based on our findings from the social worker, was we should not only focus on our area of existence, but look into the farming industry, because that is whereby there are cases where GBV, of which they are not addressed. The farming industry, we have abantu bangaphandle kube yibo abadominate leyo industry, whereby abana rights. You know, when you get a job with someone who's a non-South African, you are entitled to keep up with anything that is taking place there, such that EGBV is mostly circulated around that place, which is something we're looking forward into looking into upcoming year. We are expanding our reach, actually our targets with our family.
Thank you so much, Lungile. We hope to see you dominating the farming industry in future with your learners and the people that you in your database. We really, really look forward to that. I will now go to Zoe, and after Zoe, we'll go to Ulunduzi.
Oh, all right. Our successes, I think, ngasho ukuthi is ukusensitize regarding i-GBV. Because especially like masenza ama-dialogues most of the time bethi asiye ey'koleni, because that's where everything starts. And siba-sensitize, siba-understandise ukuthi uma kukhulunywa nge-sexual assault kukhulunywa ngani nani nani, because bese kunama-norms athile enzekalayo. And abantu asebengenankinga lakhe njengoba kade esho u-advocate ukuthi then uma uba-sensitize bayathola ukuthi lezo zinto ziyenzeka, nabo is part of
Lindokuhle,
i-GBV.
you are unmuted. Can you please mute yourself? Thank you. You can go ahead,
Um,
Zoli. No, you
So
were unmuted.
ama-success stories zethu ilawo ukuthi just uku-sensitize community, and like in our mind, especially like youth, like ama-adolescent girls, most yawo bengazi, bengenayo information regarding prep, upep, lezo zinto ukuthi uyithola kanjani, zenza kanjani, zikusiza kanjani. Because most majority of the time ama-awareness noma ukusensitize kwenzeka in-the-middle la basesesikoleni khona, and then banga-understand. And as indlu emnyama, niyazi ukuthi ezinye izinto abazali bayayivalela iy'ngane from ukuthi bazazi, especially when it comes to ama-talks like sex. So i-majority y'ngane suke zingazi into ey'ningi regarding okhondomu or sex. So into ey'ningi bayithola from their peers, of which kwesinye isikhathi bayithola sezi-wrong, then umuntu ugcina ese-end up esey'thola kwi-situation ethile benga-avoida. So but sekulate like amanye ama-successes ethu uku-challenge-a like ama-policies, njengoba kungiyona ukubekile ukuthi la ma-policies nawo amanye abuye ashaye. For example, nginganenzela njengale J's, I'm not sure ukuthi yini but ngingangi-explain. It's a J something form of uyisayine e-police station uma ushayiwe noma kwenzeke, because there was i-incident lana omunye ubhuti wathatha i-girlfriend yakho wayivalela etekisini wayikhomba ngesibhamu, walala nayo. So yahamba yavula ikhesi, uma yivula ikhesi kwathiwa ngoba ulimele fanele usayine i-J something, I'm not sure but ngizo-confirm, it's a J something form okufanele uyisayine. So imagine that person have to go back laphayana kuloyo muntu loyo ade emjaha, noma useyazi already ukuthi uye police station noma. So nawo ama-institute i-service oyitholayo nayo ayikho consistent kuwo wonke because if uma umuntu umkhombe ngesibhamu and khona attempted murder or attempt bani, it's not just i-assault kuphela, uze uhambe
Yeah.
uyosayina lelo forms then bese uyabuyela e-police station. And another thing
Ifom
kuleyo, if
is
uma kuthiwa loyo muntu,
J88. I'm sorry to interject.
I'm
The
not,
form is J88.
yes, into kanjalo. So nayo ugcina eseyi-second victim because u-72 hours lo ukuthi uphephe usebenze, angeke usasebenza kuyena uma esebuyela back esesayinile leyo fomu eyalapho ehamba zonke lezo ndawo. Then noma uthuthuzela mhlawumbe uma usumfaka kuphepha, angeke usavuma uphepha ukuthi usebenze kuyena because u-72 hours lo osuke ukhona usuke usuphelile. Ama-challenges ethu ukuthi wonke ama-projects esiwenzayo a-donor dependent. Once we have it done and then awekho sustainable, but if idona nayo isi-choose ukuthi i-period hambe ku-2 years or 3 years or 1 year, then iyahamba-ke. And amanye ama-challenges-ke ama-systems-ke esisebenza nawo as ama-CBOs, ama-monitoring and ama-evaluation systems ethu awekho accurate ngaleyo ndlela. Ama-follow up kunzima ukwenza kubantu esisebenzisana nabo, nezinye izinto ey'thile okwazi ukuthi uthole i-state esi-right kuba nzima ukusebenzisana nawo. So iwona ama-challenges esisebenzisana nawo for now. So going forward-ke kwizinto esifuna ukuzenza, we want to challenge those policies lawo ukuthi even nawo ama-department asebenzisane ndawonye ukuze akwazi ukuthi nawo uma esebenzisa, because nawo agcine eclasha wodwa ethi fanele uye la, kufanele uye laphayana, ugcine umuntu ehlukumezekile angasazi naye ukuthi ahlukumezeke even more njengoba Denisha, ngenxa yokuthi bayaphushana up and down. But we're trying to make i-South Africa la esokwazi ukuhlala khona sonke in harmony, njengoba yonke
Yeah.
i-freedom chart iyasho ukuthi fanele kube njalo.
News. Thank you so much, Azweli. So, Uzweli and Touchy Future, what they usually do is teach mostly young girls about gender-based violence, PrEP and PEP and the likes, and teach them about the things that parents cannot or hardly ever touch, the subjects that parents hardly ever touched. And we know Woodsy are growing up, our parents, maybe now things are changing gradually and able, but back then parents would never teach you about sex education, so that is what they do, and they also take you through what you need to do if uzovula a case, if you want to open a case for someone. So basically he was telling us about the J88 form, which is the most important written evidence of the medical indications that a rape may have taken place or that the rape have happened. So basically, it's a form that you fill in at the police station that indicates the incident that transpired when you were being sexually abused. Ulindo Kuhle, I think she's having network issues. So we'll just go straight to ama comments way too. We see you Ubuzwe. Good work, leaders. You are striving to make a change, to the voice of the voiceless, to push for a change. Up, keep on the good work. Do not back down, no matter what the society needs knowledge. Let's educate young or old. And then she created us there and a J88, and also Raising Hope also mentioned that it's a J88. It's a medical legal examination form. Thank you so much. And then Ram Rumangi Revelation. I'm sorry, but I don't want to butcher your name. He said, or she said, please use an English, please. I don't have. Well, I think he meant that, or she meant that. Well, she doesn't hear what we are saying. I tried by all means, guys, to go in between, to be in between with English and isiZulu. As you all know, sometimes English just, guys, it just goes away. So I was trying by all means to do both. And also, what is the name of your organization, Lungile, by Nklanhla? And then he also said, great work, Lungile. So, Nhlanhla, the name of the organization where Lungile comes from is called Light of Nation. You will find them on Facebook. And then I have Ubuyiswa Nomandla, who just had her hands up. We see you there, Nomandla. And then we have Raising Hope, who said, please also advise young people to register or join SA Youth, which and then Raising Hope there, community projects, then gave us a website to visit. I think the website, if I'm not mistaken, for SA Youth is also working closely with the Department of Labor to curb unemployment. So if you are someone, a young person who is unemployed, or want to be capacitated in skills development, you can go there to sayouth.mobi. And then we have Yenzi Koza, we see you there, Yenzi, we see you Snotile, Jacqueline. Such a great initiative. Thank you so much. Skills development is needed too much in our communities, in Dando community projects. Thanks a lot for the comment. Well said, says Jacqueline Tlamini. And then Ubuze, very true, Zeli. Good points you touched. Thank you so much. And then such great points, Zeli. Advocate Nota, so inspired. And then Raising Hope. True, Onyega research shows drugs and alcohol are contributors of gender-based violence. And then we have Umase Sempele, who says, what a great initiative. Advocate Nelly, so you are doing amazing work. And then we have Palisa, who asked a question, Uti, So City Institute, how do you approach the young people affected? Are they quick to admit if they have a problem? So I think the question is for the flow for you guys to just maybe just give us a quick indication Uguti, how do you approach young people who are either affected by by the pandemic, which is substance abuse? Are they quick to admit if they have a problem? If maybe any one of you could answer to the question at hand. Going once, going twice. Do you want me to? Okay, no, Lisa.
Abantu abancane abajwayele ukusheshe bavume ukuthi banenkinga. Isikhathi esiningi umuntu usuke ey'tshela ukuthi hhayi, indlela engi-enjoy-a ngayo, indlela engikhipha ngayo i-stress. Kufanele kuze kwenzeke i-flop enkulu umuntu agcine ebona ukuthi hhayi no, kunenkinga. Kodwa kona isikhathi esiningi hhayi, abantu abasheshe nje ukuvuma, especially abancane. Abasheshi ukuvuma ukuthi no, nginenkinga ye-substance abuse. Ngisho kuthiwa-ke i-G_B_V uyashawa, akasheshi ukuvuma, bayay'khohlisa. Khona le wakhwetshwa no, ngi-right, le nto ngisakwazi ukuyi-control. So kuba nzima, kuba nzima kakhulu.
So what advocates are saying is that we usually don't get young people who admit to would see they have a problem, But as Ulungile mentioned earlier, it's usually parents who come forth as to say, no, I'm seeing unusual traits, kumtanami, and how can you assist me to assist him or her at home? Also, we have people who are asking about the soccer tournament, as well as thank you for hosting the space and giving the opportunity to shed light into what these incredible people do and the important assistance and services they provide. Just in closing, thank you so much to everyone who is tuning in. We see you on Facebook, on Twitter, as well as on YouTube. Our hashtag is Get to Know Your CBOs. Just to mention again, for everyone who wants to follow our presenters on Facebook, on Twitter, as well as on any other social networks that they might be on. We have Touch a Future, which is touch, and then if future is one name, it starts with an I, and then future, which is one name. That was presented by Zweli. We have Isibani Law and Therapy Center. That was presented by Advocate Nelly Swa Nota. We have Women Leadership Social Empowerment. That was presented by by Ulindo Kuhle Vilagazi. And then we have Light of Nation, which was presented by Ulungile Jafta. Thank you so much to our presenters today. And thank you so much to Soul City for affording us this opportunity. And thank you so much to everyone who is tuning in and someone who's going to listen maybe later on. We love you all. Mwah. Bye.